Okay, I am so sorry guys. I have recorded this a couple times. I've recorded this. Okay. I have recorded this a couple times, mainly because I'm not really sure how to format this video. So my dogs are gonna cry because my sister's working out outside and she doesn't like being bothered, and they're curious creatures and they bother her. So they're inside and they don't want to be inside. And I have them in their kennels because I have to mop in a second. But what I was going to say is I've recorded this a couple times, mainly because I don't know how I'm gonna format this video, and I kind of came up with the idea of formatting it as in like a day in my life and doing a time lapse of, I'm gonna format it like it's just one day, but it'll be footage from like the whole time that we've been here just rolled into a day, and I'll explain everything that I explained at the very end, so the boring stuff's at the end instead of the front. So here we go. Good morning, guys. Buddy, all the time watch it. High five. Knuckles. High five. Knuckles. Five. I kind of just wait until he won't do it anymore. What? Right now the boys are having breakfast. Right now we just have a pop-up table because we just don't need to have anything else, and it saves space to just pop it up. But after breakfast at around 8:30 we start on homeschool. We start out with like basic stuff like flashcards for Bodhi. Sparrow picks whatever pages he wants out of his Wipe-Away book. Bodhi does stickers, colors, sticker books. Sparrow can also pick from any of these books he wants. While Sparrow's doing that, I usually just read to Bodhi, and then after that is when we go into our astronomy stuff that Sparrow picked up, and art and PE and stuff. It's a little bit more movement. But those are all inside, so I go inside while they're eating and I grab all that stuff and we start homeschool. I'm not going to show you today because it's a long process and they're kind of crazy during it. work on ourselves, right? Okay, hold my hands.
I just wanted to help Mimi.
I know. Say, my name is Sparrow.
My name is Sparrow.
I'm strong.
I'm strong.
I'm smart.
I'm smart.
And I'm capable.
And I'm capable.
And I'm trying.
And I'm trying.
Okay, good job. Do you believe that? Okay, I love you.
Love you.
Okay, so I'm currently working on editing, and I was thinking I wanted to put a little disclaimer. When we're at the bus and or living like in our regular lifestyle at home, the boys are on a schedule and they sleep great. That's something we haven't really had a problem with. Since being here, they wake up throughout the night, they go to bed late, they wake up early, and nap times take like 3 to 4 times, sometimes more, of trying to get them back down. It's kind of like just sleep training all over again. And I'll kind of go to sleep and wake up, or have night terrors, or realize I'm not there, or things like that. So that's just been a hard transition to come out of. It's also been a hard transition with feelings, which you'll kind of see as part of me talking to Sparrow. The things that I said to him is something that we say all the time, almost every day. And it's just dealing with feelings of not understanding other people, not wanting to play with him, or having a grumpy time, or just struggling with different personalities. So that's kind of what that is from. We're heading into 5 o'clock soon. We're about 4:30 now, and 4:30 and on is like the harder chunk of the day where everyone's hungry and tired and grumpy. So this is a hard part of the day that we're about to get ready to film. I don't know how well I'm going to film it. It's been kind of montage like so far, but we might do actual talking at this part. We'll see. But
Mom just like handed it to me. I was trying to teach 2 kids how to ride a bike.
so Sparrow doesn't know how to ride a bike, Sam doesn't know how to ride a bike, Gideon probably doesn't know how to ride a bike. So we're trying to teach them. And my mom sticks Sparrow in this, but no bike attached to it. So Hope's in charge of this, and Bodhi
You don't need to get
borrowed this little bike.
pull up then. Hold on.
Let's go, Bodhi, pedal. Pedal, Bodhi, pedal. Help me out here, dude.
What is that?
Pedal. What time is it?
It's like 6 o'clock.
Okay guys, we're at 6 o'clock. We left our dinner on the couch because they wouldn't eat.
I need
And now we're
You're okay.
doing who
You're
knows
not going
what.
Too fast, so you could.
Bodhi has been picking flowers and sticking them. We didn't clean off this bike very well, but sticking them down in
They want to get
little cup.
another one.
He's brought me the flowers for the day. Every day he's picked me flowers and brought me flowers. Thank you so much. These are beautiful, Bode. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Do you know what colors these are? What colors are these? Open the door, bud. Thank you, sir.
Going.
Thank you. We'll put them in this little cup with all the flowers from yesterday and the day before. Okay, there we go. A little big. Yeah, let me come with you. Go in the front yard and help clean up. Look at that. Some of the flowers he's gotten me. Hi guys. I was just gonna finish out the vlog really quick. So the boys usually go to bed, which I didn't film. They start going to bed around like 9:40. My mom has been sitting out here with them while I brush my teeth, wash my face, brush my hair. And then I come out and I start to put them to bed. Sparrow falls asleep right away. Bodhi falls asleep. Sorry, I'm being kicked by children during this. Bodhi falls asleep anywhere between 10 to 11 to midnight since we've been here because he's been struggling. But really quick, I'm going to kind of just clear up a couple things. I'm doing these fun filters because why not? Okay, so I also wanted to add the reasons why we're in California and why we're here right now. Originally, we were going to be here in California for traveling and such. The kid's dad and all of our entire support system back home is being deployed at staggering times, similar times. I can't give any detail on the time when it's happening, but it was going to be around this time of the year, and I wanted to do some traveling around here just to kind of break up the time, since it's literally our entire support system going through tornado season, and everything else with 2 kids by yourself is kind of difficult. And if we had the means to work while traveling and travel, then why not? So that was our original plan. Obviously, with the whole quarantine thing that the whole world is going through right now, it kind of threw off our plans of traveling. But with tornado season, lack of toilet paper, finishing stuff around the bus, deployments, everything at once, we decided to ride it out at home with my family. I assumed that having a lot of support with the kids was going to be a lot easier, but it's turned out to be very difficult. I wouldn't say more difficult, but very difficult probably in different ways. We currently have 9 people in this house, 3 with mental illness, 2 are toddlers. We have a lot of personalities, a lot of people who are not used to dealing with toddlers or kids or having to be patient, and so it's been really difficult, and we've had a lot of arguments, we've had a lot of people clashing, and I really struggled with trying to keep the kids out here and giving people time to work and to decompress, and the kids just don't want to be out here all the time because there's exciting and fun things going on inside that they don't want to miss. The first 2 weeks that we were here, this tiny house was not finished, so we were inside the house and the kids were waking up like 5-6 a.m. and waking everyone else up, and that was a major struggle that made a lot of people very angry and very frustrated, and they definitely needed a break when we moved out here. So it's been a struggle. It's been really hard for me because at home we have our own routine. They go to bed on time. I can take a shower when they're asleep, or I can take a shower while they're running around, but they know. Here, one second, baby. Here it's really difficult because I can't just take a shower because they're, going into other people's rooms or talking to them, and other people just don't want that and they get frustrated. So it's been a very difficult adjustment for us being here, but we are thankful that we're not doing this completely alone. So what's going on with the whole bus? Florence, she is currently back home and she's still being worked on. Right now I've been facilitating things over FaceTime, so I've been FaceTiming every day, watching the walls go up, which is really exciting. The bedroom's getting walls right now. Electrical's being done. There's going to be some bathroom stuff going on, so when we come back, it's going to be almost all the way done. We will have to paint the outside still, but we can do a tour and we can move in and feel really like it's our own home, and live kind of more independently when we come back. So I think that'll be really good for us. So Florence is still being worked on. I will still share updates. It's just from afar, and we are still currently living in a tiny home, but just in a different place. So I know... Sorry, they're starting to lose it. We need to go outside. I know what's going on with the whole world right now is really scary and really difficult for everybody. Whether you are high risk to get the virus, or you have relatives that are high risk, or you know somebody who has already gotten it, or your lives have changed by having your family members work and you're not allowed to see them, you're not allowed to be around them. I have a couple of friends whose parents work in healthcare and they have not been able to see them, and they're worried about their parents, and it's definitely a struggle for a lot of people right now. It's difficult, it's scary. It's hard for my kids to understand why they can't see my grandma and my aunt. Like, we traveled all this way from Oklahoma to California. My grandma lives right across the street, and they're struggling with understanding why they can't play with my aunt, why they can't go inside her house, why they can't invite her inside our house. And we kind of just wave from the other side of the street. They've been able to go out on their lawns and just watch the kids play with. I'm finding it very hard to explain it to kids as a 2 and 4-year-old. So if you guys have any advice on how to explain it, because I've tried to explain it and they grasp the idea that there is a sickness and an illness going around, a virus going around, but they don't quite understand why they're not allowed to interact with other people. They don't understand why they're not allowed to play with the neighbor kids. They're really struggling with being at home. My oldest and I both have Asperger's. We're on the spectrum. And we have a stick-to routine, and when we're kind of thrown off, it's really mentally a big struggle. I obviously am more prepared for it than a 4-year-old, so I've been trying and working my very best with trying to tell them, our routine is changing, and it's okay, and we're just changing a pace of life for right now, and it's going to be a hard couple weeks adjusting, but it's going to be fine. And so it's been difficult, but I would like to find a way to explain it to him better because he's got a very logical mindset like I do, and if I can find a way to explain it to him better, I think he'll be able to handle it better as we talk about it every day and stuff. But I of course am not talking about this very well. I'm mentally struggling lately with just a lot going on in my head. So any conversation I'm struggling with, and that just comes with Asperger's, I'm not articulating things in the way that I would like to, but I hope you guys kind of understand what I'm getting at, and that we are not trying to downplay the situation. We're just showing you guys our routine throughout this whole quarantine, and we also want to save our memories from being able to be here in California during this time. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in our next video.